Hello everyone, Joe here again, back with another update. Last video I spoke about how I was waiting to hear back with news on a trial. Unfortunately, I do not have the correct mutation, so I won't be going forward for the trial. I need to have the BRAF mutation, not present. So not present in my type of cancer at all. So for me, the options kind of run a little bit limited going forward. So I'm going to talk about them in a second, but first of all, casual disclaimer. So, as everyone knows by now, I'd like to think if anyone's watched any of my videos by now, I am an atheist. I am quite opinionated with regards to religion, and also if you leave me comments and all that kind of stuff about it, I'm often quite combative. Now, there is a good reason for this. Religion is like having a penis. Good for you if you've got one, but don't go trying to push it in other people's faces, and certainly don't try and force it on children. That's my rules. That's it. Keep it to yourself. I appreciate if people say they want to pray. That's cool, that's for you. It's not for me. I find no benefit in it. That's really important. That's not disrespecting your beliefs. That's a straight fact. But if you do come onto my videos and you leave me lots and lots of comments and you say things like, embrace Jesus, he'll heal you. I mean, he won't. Or should I say, I believe he won't. I don't believe there wasn't a guy called Jesus. I do think there was. I just also think that it's a great fairy tale. But that's me. That's what I believe, and I'm entitled to that. I'm also entitled to be left alone with my beliefs and not have them, and not have someone else's beliefs forced upon me. Now, by clicking on one of my videos, you essentially waive your own personal disclaimer to have that by now. So if it's your first time here, you got caught out. First one was free. So now you know. But please don't, especially if you're going to say hateful things about it. I've encountered more hate from Christians about me being an atheist than I have anywhere else, including someone saying that I look, I'm fucking ugly and I look worse. No, their dog shit out of their dog's bum looks better. So that's always fun. And that's just because I said the usual stuff that I say here. Also tied in with that one, the stuff to do with research. Don't just leave me screaming children outside. I'm glad they're not mine. Don't leave me kind of say, research this, do that, do this, because I will look at it and it'll be crap, because it almost always is, or there's no research behind it. The only things I have found some research to do is actually chamomile tea and turmeric, curcumin. Unfortunately, bearing in mind that my cancer has grown a bit since last time, and I've actually been taking chamomile tea and curcumin because there was nothing to be lost when I was on no other treatments. It didn't really work. So, there's that. And yeah, I suppose you could argue with the fact that it didn't grow as much, and maybe it did help with that. But on the flip side, I also had fried chicken once every single week. Now, that probably did that too. Correlation does not mean causation. Very important. So, moving on from that stuff, and that's where I come from, a very logical thinker. I'm pragmatic, and that's how I think. I think in not necessarily in a linear way, but don't think I haven't considered other options for me to get to where I am now. Like, I've always considered it. I've weighed it up, and I've decided whether it's going to affect my quality of life. There's research to support it. There's evidence. Evidence is so important. I can't begin to explain that. You know, if you came in and left me a message saying, hey, I believe if you jump out of a window and you won't break your neck, I mean, that's cool, but I'm going to want to see you do it first. And I'm going to want to see some research. So, moving on, where am I? What's happening now? So, no trial. What does that mean? My options become very, very limited. I have, essentially from my oncologist, I have two options. We have more chemotherapy, which we're not doing, or we have going on lenvatinib, which is one of the tyrosine kinase inhibitors. So we are going to be going down that route, but before we do that, we are going to go and see the thyroid clinic at the Marsden in London. So that's the Marsden Cancer Hospital. They're kind of a big deal when it comes to cancer. So we're getting a second opinion, and that's my oncologist that is referring me. He says, look, I think it's worth you going and have a chat with them, just in case. And that's where we are. So we're trying to find out if they can offer us something else. I don't know, man. I don't know what there is out there, to be honest. There's very little medicine licensed in the UK for use in anaplastic thyroid cancer. The reason being for that is that it's such a rare cancer for people to get that there's not enough research done. So because there's not enough research done, something can't be licensed because they don't know if it's safe or not, or worth doing. Not to mention the price of these drugs. So to give you an idea, lenvatinib, if I were to live in the States, for 3 months worth of treatment would be $19,000. Thank you, NHS. As long as it works, thank you, NHS. That's what I've got to say on that one. And I've said this before, and I said it again, with the chemotherapy, all it had to do was keep me alive until something else came along that could cure me. And that is what we need lenvatinib to do if I'm going on it. That's it. I don't need a cure just yet, I just need to stay alive until there is one. So that's where we are. Brief update, I'm seeing them on the 3rd of December. So I've not got long to go until I go to London, go to the Marsden. It's only next Monday. So I'm going to go in, have a chat, and see if there's something that they can do or not. I don't know if there will be. In the meantime, what I am doing is I'm trying to keep fit. Keep fit. Get fit. Because I have really let my fitness go. I put on quite a bit of weight. I'm up to 92 kilos, which is a little bit heavier than I want to be. I used to be 75 kilos before the cancer stuff hit. 75 kilos, lean, strong, fit, really good diet, lots of vegetables, clean, all that kind of stuff, like clean eating. And cancer hit, and then I just like, fuck it. Which we're kind of coming back from now, especially that finding out that I had much less cancer in my lungs than we thought we did. That meant that I felt like I could attack more. So that's what I'm going to go do in a minute. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm doing back today. I'm doing a simple 3-day split. If you're interested in knowing what I'm doing for fitness, let me know in the comments section. Just because I don't want to be a fitness YouTuber. I had those aspirations years ago, and that was a stupid idea, and I decided to go into gaming instead, and gaming is good, gaming is better. So I'm sticking with that, it's what I'm good at, so I'm going to stick with doing that and just keep fit on the side. So but yeah, if you're interested in knowing what I'm doing, let me know. I can always do like a vlog or a little talk, a little video saying my basic fitness routine or something like that if you're interested, but only if you're interested, because I don't want to bore people. Same time, if there is something that you want to hear me talk about in length and hear my opinions, then do let me know in the comments section as well. In particular, I want to talk about life before cancer, so that's something I'm going to be talking about, kind of things that I used to enjoy pre-diagnosis and all that kind of stuff. I'm starting to look like I need a haircut, which is just a bit ridiculous, that, because I've only had one haircut since it grew back post-chemo, which is like a year ago since I lost all my hair. So I had one haircut in the last year. Mental, isn't it? So yeah, that's kind of where we are. I'm probably going to talk in depth probably about my belief system. I don't really have one at some point, because I feel like that's going to kind of make things a little bit clearer for people. Just so you know, I don't hate Christians, I don't hate Muslims, I don't hate Jews, I don't hate Hindus, I don't hate Buddhists, I don't hate Taoists, I don't hate pagans, I don't hate anyone who's into religion. I dislike religion as a thing. I see it as a form of control for the masses. And yeah, it's a little bit tinfoily, but it really is. More atrocities have been committed in the name of religion than anything else, but that's just anyway. So if you've made it this far and you're on the ramblings, oh my god, 9 minutes again. I think I'm going to have to acknowledge the fact that my nose is bright red, and can you just leave me a comment that just says Rudolph? We're almost in December, so why not? Yeah, we'll do that. But right, I will keep everyone updated when I know what medication I will maybe be going on next week, and hopefully you all the Americans who watch have a lovely Thanksgiving tomorrow, and anyone who is watching in the UK, remember, if you do decide to go out and do Black Friday at a shop, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. But if you're there for fights, make sure you turn your camera in landscape, not portrait, landscape for filming the fights. But cool. Right, I'll see you all next time.